Today I'm testing the DJI Lito X1 in ActiveTrack mode. This time the drone will not follow the car from behind, but it will fly in front of the car. The goal of this test is to see how close it can stay in front of the car and at what speed it starts losing the shot. I'm doing this test only in safe conditions, away from traffic and in a place where I'm not putting anyone at risk. This is not a guide to risky flying. Before every flight, always check your local rules, restricted zones, and fly responsibly. First, I set up ActiveTrack on the car. The drone has to recognize the car correctly and keep it in the frame. First, I'll try to fly the drone as close as possible in front of the car. I'll drive at a very low speed. I'll see how the drone behaves. The drone keeps the car nicely in the frame, but I'm noticing that every time I get closer to the drone with the car, it doesn't speed up backwards. Instead, it rises to a higher altitude to avoid the object. At such a close distance, the drone still seems to be trying to avoid the object. Instead of staying low in front of the car, it climbs to a higher altitude. Right now, I'm driving around 20 kilometers per hour, and the drone is still tracking me. It doesn't move out of the frame and keeps the car nicely in the shot. However, I noticed that every time I accelerate and slightly increase the speed, the drone climbs to a higher altitude. But overall, my impression of filming with the drone and tracking my car from the front is good. The drone keeps the car nicely in frame and the shots look usable. And I forgot to mention that today the wind is very strong. I haven't filmed with this drone in such windy conditions before. That's why this test is interesting, because I can see how the DJI Lito X1 performs not only in ActiveTrack, but also in strong wind. I'm still trying to keep the drone as low as possible above the road while flying in front of my car, but every time I get closer with the car, the drone climbs to a higher altitude. So far, that is the only thing I would point out as a downside. Okay, I think I've seen enough to confirm that at such a close distance from the car, I can't make the drone stay at the same altitude. Every time I get closer with the car, the drone tries to avoid the object and climbs higher. I think this shot clearly shows how strong the wind is. Now I'm going to try a greater distance between the car and the drone. I'll see if the drone behaves more steadily with more space between us. In this shot, it's also clear that when I accelerate and reach a certain distance between the car and the drone still tends to increase its altitude. However, it's not as dramatic as it was at a shorter distance. With more space between the car and the drone, it behaves a little more steadily. In this shot, I reached a speed of up to 45 kilometers per hour. The drone was still able to track me, and the car stayed in the frame. In these last run, I'll try to reach the highest speed possible. We'll see at what speed the drone starts to lose stability or begins to lose the car from the frame. Okay, in this final run, I'll try to drive the car at the highest speed possible. The goal is to find out at what speed the drone stops tracking me or starts losing me from the frame. Okay, let's go. This is the final run, and now we'll see the real limit of ActiveTrack while tracking the car from the front. In this run, the drone stayed in place when I reached a speed of around 45 kilometers per hour. The car started moving out of the frame, so let's try one more attempt. Okay, in this case as well, the drone stopped at around 45 kilometers per hour. It looks like when tracking the car from the front, this is the point where ActiveTrack starts to lose pace. I think that in this test I got close to the limits of the DJI Lito X1. In 2 attempts, it showed that when tracking the car from the front, it can keep up to around 45 kilometers per hour. After that, the drone stopped and the car started moving out of the frame. If you enjoyed the video or this test helped you in any way, I would really appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. For you, it's just one click, but for me, it's a big motivation to keep making more tests. Thanks for watching.